Djay Pro Noise and Sweep Effects tutorial. I'm DJ Spiegel and I'm going to show you all about it. Series of videos, I'm going through all the effects packs in Djay Pro. So the first video in the series, I started with reverb and echo. So if you didn't watch that, you guys could check that one out. And then in this one, we are doing noise and sweep. These ones are a lot different than other effects, and I'm really excited to show you guys them. And since there's only 3 of them in this pack, if you stay tuned till the end of the video, I'll show you how to map the effects with any controller. Some people in the comments were a little confused on how to do it, so I'm going to cover that at the end. So let's start with the first effect in this pack, which is noise sweep. So these add kind of a background noise and a sweep effect to the track. So we have noise and sweep on. And this one gets a little complicated with the pre and post fader, because if you have it set where Djay Pro starts it, where this parameter is all the way to the left, then it is not going to be post fader. So I'll show you an example of that. So this is the song, and I'm going to put the effect on, and then I'm going to cut the fader, and then I'm going to turn the play button off, and then you'll see what happens. So that's no effect. There's the effect. And then when we stop it, it just ends. Now let me show you guys with it halfway on the parameter what it does when we cut the volume. So now we get that extra resonance, which is what I was showing you guys in with the echo and reverb. So you could use this for transitions, you could use this for mashups, and there's more possibilities now. So the way to use this effect, if we were doing a transition, let's say we let's just double this track over here, noise and sweep. And also, if you guys double the track, it's going to do the exact same effects on the other deck when you double it. Just, that's a quick tip. So I'm just gonna do this transition. We're just gonna start this song over like that. So now what we're gonna do with this noise effect is we're gonna turn it on, and then we're gonna slowly sweep this parameter to add that sweeping effect in, and then smoothly do the transition. So now it's on, and then slowly and you see it gave us that smooth whoosh right into the next song. This is good for, if you guys watched my videos on how to DJ like Marshmallow, he does this a lot with the filters, and you could do this with this effect too. So when you move the parameter, you'll get more of the post fader whoosh noise. So I'll show you. So this effect is an effect that you guys are going to have to use the parameters here. Some controllers have a knob that you could use for this. So just keep in mind that this effect, if you want it to sound good and you want to use it for transitions, you're going to have to do the parameters. So that is the noise and sweep one. I'll just give you guys a couple more examples. Off, on, sweep, boom. And then it gives that really great noise, and it lasts for a while. So this one is a really cool effect. So now let's go over to the next one. The next one is going to be noise gate. So this one's, it's kind of hard to explain. So I'm just going to do the same thing, showing you with it on and off and with the parameters. That's on. So it gives like that, which could be good if you wanted to do a custom build-up. So let's say that these two songs, we were doing a build-up. So you guys could use it for the build-up because it has more of that ticka 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 instead of the whoosh like was with the sweep. So think of the gate more like, I guess if you have like a piece of metal and you're scraping it against the gate, it's gonna go ticka 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 ticka. Or if you put baseball cards in your bike spokes, you get that noise. So use that. You could use it in your transition if you wanted to just do a smooth transition like this. Just turn it on. So there you go. This one can be used for a build-up, and then it can be used for a smooth transition. Now, the next one is going to be Noise Pump. This is my favorite one in this pack. And again, it's a little bit hard to explain. It's not very self-explanatory. So we're going to do the same thing. Turn the effect on, turn the effect off, and see what happens with the parameters. So that one kind of gives like that pump up, and it gives a different flair to the mix. So if you guys are used to doing the transitions that I taught you that Marshmello does by filtering one out and filtering one in, you could use this effect instead of the filters and make your sets a little bit different so you're not just the same filter, because with the noise and the gate and the sweep, there are three completely different sounds, but they do the same whooshing. So it'll spark up your mixes because now you're not a one-trick pony just doing one filter. You have all these different filter effects. So now I'm just going to plug in the controller and show you guys really quick how to set these up on your controller because it's a little bit confusing. So here we go. And I'm using the Newmark iDJ to go to touch. There's a link down below. It was out of stock for a while. It might be in stock, it might not, but check out the link. So to plug in the controller, all you need is a USB-C adapter. Plug it in, plug it in, plug it in, and now you guys see it's lit up, ready to go. So now let's go over here. You press the middle button, and then you go to MIDI devices, and then you click on your device. And then now, let's say that this was an effects button, because this controller doesn't have an effects button, but we'll just put it on the headphones, because I don't use headphones when I use this controller. So deck to FX, I already had it. So when you go to the target is which deck, so we're doing deck 2, and then you go down here. It's all the way down, but you'll see it, FX enabled. So FX1 is going to be enabled. So now you see how there's 3 effects that you guys could use at the same time. So it goes from top to bottom. So this effect is going to be effects 1. So when I press this on the controller, boom, effects 1. Now if you want to change that, to change the effect that is in the effects 1, you can't do it through this mapping menu. You have to do it with just the regular menu. So just like you were changing the effects like normal, let's say you wanted to put a flanger. You would put flanger, and then that's set as effects 1. So every time on your controller that you press your effects 1 button, it's going to bring up that effect that's set in the app. So if you want to change it, you could just quickly press these arrows or bring up the menu. Like with any of the effects, it takes getting used to. So load up your favorite songs, do your favorite transitions that you were used to doing with other effects, and try to incorporate these ones in. It might take a little while to get used to it, but once you master it, now you have 3 more effects in your toolbox that you could use to do these creative mixes and creative transitions. So if you guys like going in depth on learning everything that DJ Pro can do, along with all the accessories and controllers and anything to do with DJing with the iPad and DJing in virtual reality and the metaverse, subscribe to my channel, give this video a like, or ask me any questions down below. Someone in my other video asked me to explain how to map the controllers for these effects, so that's why I did it. So if you guys want me to go over anything specifically, just let me know in the comments, and if I know how to do it, I will show you guys. Thank you.